What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tony Bellew, David Haye, Tyson Fury. Get this. Tony Bellew says that David Haye would have beaten Fury if their fight went ahead. Former world cruiserweight champion Tony Bellew has told William Hill's new podcast up front that he would fancy Oleksandr Usyk to beat Tyson Fury if the two heavyweights take each other on later this year. And speaking on Williams Hill, brand new podcast hosted by Simon Jordan, in which former Crystal Palace owner speaks to sports stars and celebrities and challenges their opinions, while people of scrutiny they critique their careers. Bellew said that I think Tyson Fury is easier to beat now, only for a couple of fighters. But bear in mind, one of those is Oleksandr Usyk. Make no mistake, Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world right now, but I do not think he is more susceptible to lose to Oleksandr Usyk if they were to fight later this year. He does everything mentally. He breaks them mentally first, but the one person he will not break and will never break is Usyk. Ooh. Tyson Fury's style went from a style where it was awkward, slippery, big, quick, to now being aggressive, front-footed, counterpunching, heavy hitter, and the second one plays into Oleksandr Usyk's hands. Okay, the Tyson Fury that defeated Vladimir Klitschko in 2015 is an impossible guy to beat. He's 6'8" or 9, he's 20 stones, and he's moving like a light heavyweight, and he's got really fast hands. He's making you miss, and he's causing you problems. That's impossible to deal with. But this Tyson Fury is not. And let me counterpunch. Well, wow, I thought this was really about David Haye, but I guess it's about more of Usyk. And it's reasons I felt that Tyson Fury would lose to Usyk. The fight's not happening, and I'm really getting sick of talking about it, to be honest with you. But to dive into that through another angle, and this is a theory. See, I think where Tyson Fury started to get slower, started to be more aggressive, started to attack and be this guy that's stopping guys and stuff like that, like he did with Wilder. But that was only one guy. But he did it to White, and he caused the fight to be stopped with Derek Chisora. But those guys have different styles, and Tyson Fury, I don't think that he's a fighter with totally shot legs. I just think with having that type of weight to carry around, he can't dance like that all night. Okay? And it would be a very difficult thing to fight someone like Usyk like that. Ask Joshua. Joshua tried that shit, and he tried to box someone like Usyk, which was wrong. And according to Tony Bellew, he's like, well, hey, that 6'9" boxer that beat Vladimir would be impossible to beat for a lot of people. But I don't even think it's impossible to beat for Usyk. Why? Because Tyson will fight. He will dance around, but what'll happen, Usyk will be dancing with him. People forget Usyk is a dancer, bro. That dude dance. Him and Lomachenko, they put those cats in dance classes. Ukrainian dance classes. The last time we saw Oleksandr Usyk, he was dancing after his workout. So, stamina is second nature. It's muscle memory to move around like that, And I don't see any Tyson Fury beating this version of Usyk. Maybe in 2 years. When Usyk's probably, because using that style and being that active, I don't think it lasts that long. I think you have a certain amount of time to be that aggressive, to be that mobile, to be that talented, because it's almost like the talent, the gift really burns out quicker because maybe it's worth more value because of how dynamic it is or how active it is and, how much energy you disperse through each and every fight. I think that that ages any fighter that uses and gives his 100% into it. So maybe in 2 years, Tyson may be able to walk him down because Usyk's not that mobile like he used to. But since he's that mobile, he's going to be hard to deal with. I think it's going to be like the equivalent of Vladimir beating Tyson back in 2015, because of the movement. If Tyson would have stayed still, he would have got creamed and chinned. Just like Usyk, if he would have just stayed in being a smaller fighter too, like the difference between him and Holyfield slipped a lot of shots on the inside and played possum from mid to close range. And then he was able to tee off shots with counters. Usyk's not that type of fighter. Usyk is the kind of guy that keeps moving and he tires you out with his movement. And then that, of course, trying to keep up with him because you're going to try to compete because you're trying to win. Look at Joshua. Joshua from round 8 or 9 was done because he knew, like, okay, I'm getting tired. I've been chasing this guy. I've been hitting this guy here and there, but he's been hitting me a lot more than I've been hitting him, and he seems to have a lot more energy than I do. So, that's what you're dealing with that in that aspect. But Tyson now being aggressive, I don't think that's going to be enough. Because we've seen when Joshua tried it, even though I felt he should have tried more of it, but then how much more do you really have? Okay? Because bigger guys don't carry around that amount of stamina. Okay? Not everybody's Joe Joyce. You know what I'm saying? That's an anomaly. That's not a common thing. Big guys take longer because they're bigger, they're stronger, so they take longer. And what they do, they use their power in certain increments. That's why when you used to see most heavyweights, you normally see a what? 1, 2, hold, 1, 2, 3, hold, because they have to have break rest in between punches. Okay? Regular guys, bigger guys don't have that type of stamina. Okay? So that's going to be a question. So if Tyson Fury gets tired, he's finished. If Oleksandr Usyk stops moving, more than likely his ass is creamed. Because Tyson Fury, okay, there you go, you little fucking middleweight. Then he's going to smash you. Okay? So I think that's the whole idea between both guys. One guy has to be successful and keep moving, to keep on changing the position. And another guy needs you to stay still so he can whack you and bash you up. You know what I mean? Or hit you hard enough to hurt you to keep you still so it can cream you and chin you and get you out of there. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tony Bellew stating, and then I promise I'll get to that video, maybe after this one, that nobody beats, or Tyson beats everybody at mind games except Usyk. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!